What's up, everyone? This is the Next Tape podcast with Mikel, and
Ramona.
where we had different, when we have conversation on different topics. So we got a hot topic in our hands, Ramona.
Today we're talking about Kendrick versus Drake in this recent feud.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a pretty good feud, between the two. In my opinion, I like it. It's hip hop is a competitive sport, in my
Yes.
opinion. Um, there's a lot of people that don't like it. They just want to hear good music, which is understandable.
Yeah.
You want to hear good music, check their dialogues. They have it all on, Spotify and Apple Music. They have a lot of good music between the two. I'm talking about both Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Do you agree with that, Ramona? Or do you feel like
Yeah.
one is better than the
I
other?
listen to Kendrick. Okay, I won't go out of my way to listen to Kendrick, and that's with Drake too. Like I used to a certain year, I think up until 2016, 2017.
Mhm.
I stopped listening to him consecutively since More Life, only because I just switched up my genre of music, more focused on
Mhm.
my personal takes on other art genres.
Mhm.
But I'm not saying they're both bad rappers either. But for Kendrick in particular, because he's not, I mean, I'm going to support Canadians all the way, no matter what. But I will listen to whatever gets radio play.
Right.
And Beyonce's album, yeah.
Oh, the Queen Bees. Uh,
Hmm.
okay. So let's get on to the this.
Yes.
So,
So, go ahead.
oh, no, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say enlighten me as because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't how to say it. I don't know where it started. I know they said this happened. Like I know the last track Drake had with Kendrick was effing problems, but I think this feud has been coming from years
Mhm.
in the making. But yes.
Yeah. So yeah, well, actually, the it's been happening for like the last few years. It's been happening since like if you remember, Kendrick Lamar did like the BET uh uh cipher. You remember BET Hip Hop Awards, and he did like
Yes, yes.
it. There's some sugarcoating or subliminals towards Drake if you just like
Really?
yeah, yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, if you just listen to it. But we as hip hop fans might be reaching, but if you listen to it,
Yeah.
it's there. So him and Drake been wanted this battle for years, and now that it's finally here, I'm having a fun time with it. So like I'm having a fun time listening to a lot of these diss tracks because like I used to be, no, not used to be, but like I'm a fan of 50 Cent, and he used to like go at like a lot of hip hop artists back in his day, including his main rival and uh Ja Rule. So yeah, so this is like nothing new for me because like I like rap battles like this. Um, so yeah, but like how it started, we're just gonna move forward to this year. The track from Like That with Metro and producer Metro and Future. Um, I think the album's called I Don't Trust You. Is that the album? Do you listen to Future and
I
Metro?
do. I didn't listen to the album, but I hear whatever's been controversial.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. yeah, so that was the most controversial song. So uh Like That was the most controversial song saying it if I'm not saying it right, if it's I Like That or Like That. Um but that featured Kendrick, and he was going at I think at most likely at Drake and J. Cole, because they did a song together on First Person Shooter. Love the song, by the way.
Oh,
Dope song.
okay.
And what Kendrick said on the Like That song with Future and Metro was it's there's no big three. It's just Big Me.
Mm,
So similar to what that said, because J. Cole said there's a big three, right? On first person shooter. So he meant the big three as in Drake, Kendrick, and himself. The big three. And then I think Kendrick responded onto the Like That song. There's no big three. It's just Big Me. Bum. So
mm.
yeah. So that kind of like stirred things. So I think J. Cole came out with his first diss track, 7 minute drill. And it was on his, I would say, his mixtape or album, Might Delete Later. And it was like a jab. It wasn't that good, like when I listened to it at first, I felt like he didn't want to, like, diss him at all. That's how I felt about
Okay.
the song 7 minute drill. And yeah, it
I didn't personally listen to it. Like I said, I listened to the jabs.
mhm.
I couldn't keep up. I don't know. I just,
Yeah,
you know,
I know it's going on, it's a lot right now, but
it's a
like,
lot.
yeah.
I need a day off. Like I need to sit and listen to it and dissect it
Yeah,
properly for
yeah.
me to be superly opinionated because
Yeah, yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yeah.
So when, yeah, J. Cole dropped that, then I think the next couple days he didn't feel right releasing it, because it didn't feel real. And he basically said he was losing sleep at the Greenville festival. And I was like, to me, when I watched that video, I was like, why why are you saying this? And then he even said it further that, he's apologizing to Kendrick. He's saying, my bad. I'm going to delete this song
Mm.
perhaps later. And that's what happened within, I think, a couple weeks after the release, I believe. He deleted the song, and then, yeah. For me, in my opinion, I don't agree with the apology.
Okay.
Him apologizing to Kendrick because he didn't want to battle,
Continue on.
yeah,
Yeah.
with Kendrick. Um, but if
So
you're
would go ahead.
sorry, if you're a real fan of, like, J. Cole, you know that he wants this type of rap battle. Even though he's been saying that he's a positive soul, he's
Yeah.
positive outside of making music. But when it comes to him making music, he wants to be tested. He wants to, and when people say that, it's because he wants to out rap somebody on features. No, I feel like it's also including, you know, rap battle. Rap battle is
Yeah.
like, if you feel like you're on top, um, go in, go ahead and go in. So,
Yeah.
um, that's my opinion on J. Cole, apology. I was, for me, I was disappointed as a fan because I'm always for a good rap battle when I
Of
see
course.
J. Cole versus Kendrick or Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. Um,
Mm.
but it's so disappointing from coming from J. Cole for him to make that apology and then him deleting that song because he feels like, it wouldn't feel right. It doesn't feel right for him because he will lose sleep over it. And yeah, yeah.
So would that like okay, so in regards to J. Cole, does
Mhm.
it change your perspective as to will you still continue listening to him
Oh
and
yeah.
whenever he
Well,
does?
I won't listen to the I will still listen to J. Cole in the near future. So like, yeah.
It doesn't change your opinion on
Yeah, it doesn't even- so
yeah,
I'm still a fan. I'm still a fan of J. Cole.
of course.
I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed in him. So like, now I'm not like I said, I'm not gonna listen to My Delete later. I'll listen to his new album when it drops. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you like think now sorry, just in J. Cole is my last question in regards to this. What does this so what he did and the movement that he did, how
Mhm,
he did it,
mhm,
would you say it's like all from okay, how do I say this? You consider J. Cole so from olden day rappers and what
mhm.
this means to the rap world and the rap industry and hip hop, does it change the feeling or the narrative when it's okay to apologize to pull out, or does it make him look like more of a coward? What does like from the move that he just did from pulling out from this beef, what do you think others are, is it again, is it a cowardly move? Is it a new movement? Is this okay in society or is it absolute not? This is not like hip hop's a game, rap's a game. He knows what it is. This is, this history behind it from obviously earlier days when rap started, right?
Mhm. So
Um, Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, so basically, a lot of the MCs do look at Cole a little different now. I did see a clip of Jadakiss saying that he was like a little confused by it. Why would you apologize by it?
Okay.
He said he understood it, but why would you
Yeah.
a little confused by it? So um Benny, you know who Benny the Butcher is, right?
No.
Okay. Well, like he said something similar, but he would have done it a different way, right?
Okay.
He would have done it a different way. So like, and I do agree. Like, I would have done it a different way. Um, I wouldn't apologize, but yeah, I think that's how a lot of the MCs are seeing it now. Oh, including 50. 50 responded on his Instagram saying that why would you apologize? Call me right now, J. Cole. I don't I don't know if J. Cole ever called him behind the scenes, but hopefully they had a conversation with each other and 50 just told him it's just competition between each other. You guys are the big three. Um
Yeah.
so it's just showing that who's number one, who's on top. Um and you guys, I don't know. I
I
don't
do see 50 posting that he's Team Drake, but I don't know if I'm reading that right or not.
he's on both sides. There's people that saying that he's on Team
He's just
Drake.
a troll. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on both sides because I think he knows both of them. He knows both.
Yeah.
Loki. He hasn't worked with
Um,
Drake, but he has worked with Kendrick Lamar in the past. So
okay.
with the power,
Of course, from Power. Yes, you're
power,
right.
and then he did a song with him as well. I can't remember the song. I think it's We. I can't remember. I had to look into that. But yeah, they did a song together in the past, and yeah, yeah. But
Hmm.
that's how a lot of MCs are seeing it. Some are seeing it like he's a coward. Some are seeing it as him being confused and why he did it.
Yeah.
Um, some are like okay with it. He's a man. That's what men do. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but one thing I'm don't like seeing is a lot of the J. Cole fans, and I think some people right now, because like because Drake and Kendrick are doing it right now, is uh that they're saying that they should apologize to J. Cole because he apologized. And I'm like, no.
Mm, yeah.
In my opinion, no. That's in my opinion. So I'm not apologizing. I'm still disappointed in J. Cole because, like I said a few minutes ago, he says all this in the songs. He wants to be tested, but
Yeah.
when it comes to it, he just basically left. And I don't want to say the P word,
Yeah.
like I don't want to,
No, I
but
get it. We'll
like
just say coward.
yeah, just say that like coward out of the like
Yeah.
being competitive. And
Became soft.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to use that because he's my
Yeah. I
favorite.
know.
He's still my favorite.
Yeah.
But like
That's fine.
yeah, so yeah, I'm not apologizing to J. Cole. J. Cole, I feel like he just did it the wrong way. He should have just like um if he tried to do like a second diss track,
Yeah.
did it better then and then he just kind of like bowed out, I would understand because it's Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar can rap. He can rap his ass out. I'm not saying
I
J.
like,
Cole can't, but J. Cole comes
yeah.
to Kendrick. Kendrick is like I think he's more calculated, more smarter than than J. Cole.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I'm drawn to Kendrick is the way he sounds and the way his voice is.
Yes.
It really gives me, it's, I guess that's that Compton vibe, right? Where
Yes.
super educational. It's very, you learn from his music.
Oh,
Um, the way his flow is, it's very, it can be catchy. Um, but it's put in a way where, you know what, it just makes you think that you're reading an audiobook. Does that make sense?
oh yeah.
Like he'll talk about history and I'll be like, oh shit, okay, go
100%.
ahead.
Like,
Yeah.
like what Nas says. You're not listening to a rap album. You're listening to an audiobook.
Yes. He said, I don't know where he said that, but interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what he said. That's what Nas thinks of his like, his hip hop albums, audiobooks, which is okay. That's pretty cool. That's a cool way of putting your albums into that. Cool way of
Yeah.
that your albums are like that. So yeah. So rewinding back on how this like
Yes.
begun. J. Cole apologized, and then he bowed out. So it leaves the opening for Drake to respond.
Yes.
He responded with push-ups. Did he listen to that song? Or drop it, give me 50.
I heard the snippets.
Yeah. How do you feel about that song? I know you just heard the snippets, but like,
This is the one, is this the one after the 6 a.m. drill?
uh
The 6 minute
yeah,
drill?
7 minute drill, yeah. 7 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Drake,
I
Drake released it.
I from the snippets, I like the flow.
Like the flow?
It's yeah, I have no idea what they're aiming about, but the flow of it was really catchy to me because I think from what I understand is that this Kendrick's this prior to the one Drake dropped, the
Hmm.
flows didn't stay the same for a very long time. Whereas to Drake's, each each section of his track had a different flow, had a different beat, which I like because that gives me that song he has with Travis Scott. Astroworld, is that what it's called?
Hmm.
I like how the flow switches
Um,
up and the beat changes.
mhm.
It catches me. I don't know. I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah, yeah. So how the song went, like basically it started from you remember like, let's go back to G Unit mixtapes. Have you listened to those?
Ooh, not a
No?
mixtape from G Unit, no.
Okay, so
But
like
I know mixtapes though. Like I've listened
yeah,
to
oh
most
yeah,
of
obviously
Wayne's.
everybody knows.
Yeah,
I remember that
yeah.
PIF days, that PIF.com. Remember that?
That page, yes,
And then
yes.
I
I lived
mixtape.
off that to get all like the Gucci Mane.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyways, going back to saying the G Unit mixtapes, if everybody remembers the G Unit radio mixtapes back in the day from 1 to 25, it had a DJ named DJ Who Kid. And he used to say DJ
Oh
Who
yeah.
Kid, you know, ooh,
Yeah.
kid, you know.
Who can pass away though, right?
No, no, no. He's still around. He's still around. He's just not with
Okay, I apologize.
50 in the. No, it's okay. It's not around with 50 in the G unit anymore. So,
Yeah.
just he's just doing his own thing. But yeah, the record drop and give me 50 slash push-ups started off with okay, basically,
Yeah.
and then it was basically Drake was basically like dissing a lot of like Rick Ross, I think
Yeah.
Rocky, Rihanna, and then a lot of it had to do with Kendrick. And
Yes.
the song was subliminal because Kendrick had like a push-up video. If you saw that push-up, he was doing push-ups in his
Yes, I saw the clip. Yeah.
and I think Drake was referencing that.
Okay.
He was basically saying, "Drop it, give me 50. Drop it, give me 50." You know,
Yes, yes, yes. I did hear about that.
you understand? So like, and and a lot of people will say that when he said, "Drop it, give me 50," was kind of referencing also to 50 Cent as well, right?
Interesting. Okay.
Right. Because like he also referenced the G Unit DJ Who Kid, and then drop it, give me 50, and then it's also referencing Kendrick Lamar's Push Up video. So it's kind of like it's all coming together all in one. So he was basically um using a 50 Cent antic in a way. If you know
Wow.
what I'm trying to say. In
Yeah.
terms of
The
his
way he chose.
and the way how he troll and then the way how he does his
Yeah.
rap moves. So if you know what 50 does, he usually drops a lot of his diss songs on the junior radio mixtapes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Um,
Hmm.
but so that song got a lot of attention. Then Rick Ross came back with a diss record. It wasn't memorable, sadly. I can't remember what the name of the record was, but he just responded with the diss record, and then he just responded with the video making fun of Drake, how he's white and blah blah blah, all that stuff.
Was
So
this on Champagne Moments?
uh,
Was-
no, I think it
Okay.
was on Rick Ross's like Instagram page, and
Okay, okay.
then he just released a diss track, but that didn't really make any noise. So, and then Drake dropped another diss track, like I think a couple days or later on in the week, called Tailor Made. I believe, and it featured
Yes.
AI Tupac, which I feel like that's kind of embarrassing in my opinion,
Yes.
to have an AI Tupac onto your record because
But Drake, knowing, like, not that I know him personally, he has had several incidents. I mean, not several, where he has wanted snippets from unreleased music from past or deceased artists, and that's heavy on Aaliyah too, right?
that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
people have people had a controversy on that as well. Like people did not like that at all.
No.
I don't know if he got permission to do that. To be honest with you, I don't think he did. Do you?
I don't think he did, or somehow they settled it
Mhm.
because during that same time it was Drake versus Chris Brown, and Chris Brown got Aaliyah on a track too.
Mm, interesting.
I can't remember what song. I'm just gonna do a quick research.
But yeah, so he got an AI Tupac on there. I can imagine he did not get a permission from Tupac's uh, ill state
Yes.
at all, or the family of Tupac. He didn't get permission from them. And also, he had a Snoop Dogg on there as well. Now, Snoop Dogg did responded to this, and he just shook
Yeah.
it off and just said, whatever. It is what it is. You know. So he was okay with it, but Tupac's real estate was not cool with it. So they sent him a cease and desist.
Wow.
Yeah. So he deleted the record, the Taylor
Okay.
record, and yeah, yeah, basically that's what it is. So
Um,
all of this, and Kendrick still has not responded yet. Um, at this time, I think it took him like two weeks to respond. I believe two
oh,
weeks to respond. He made a this record called first disc record was Euphoria. And
Euphoria. I think that's what caught a lot of attention.
yep, still is right now. Still is. Do you end up finding what that record is with Aaliyah?
I the snippets.
Yeah.
But this is the one that drops all the heat on Drake, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It gives me a different I see okay. Not that I'm a fangirl of
Oh,
Drake,
no, it's okay. It's okay. I'll keep
but
talking. Go ahead.
but mostly of like correct me if I'm like I said, like I only know snippets and what's been posted on social media because I am not too bothered.
Mhm.
But I see Drake as a role model, a Canadian. You
Mhm.
know, he has the key to the city. He us we're proud of him, regardless of what he is, or he's
Oh,
Billboard's decade artist, whatever, right?
yeah.
But now it's just more so like an eye opener. Like, is he the new Diddy? Is he the Canadian Diddy? You know, all these allegations are coming up. Does he have a daughter? Who cares? I
Mhm.
don't. I do love Adonis though. He's so adorable.
Yeah.
However, like, why does it matter to society? Like Pusha aired his business out. He accepted it. Now the world knows.
Yeah.
Pusha changed the game when it came to that, right?
He did.
Um, Euphoria wasn't that not the same track that they said a bunch of things that Pusha already said? Is
Yeah,
that
some
the
of it, there's some, yeah, there's
yeah,
persons that he already said, but like
just resurface.
he,
Yeah.
I think I don't know, like it, and then I think he added a little more towards the track too as well. Um,
Right.
a little more flavor to the words the track as well. So like he didn't, well, Pusha T didn't call him pedo. Um
Yeah.
he did. on that track. Uh, Another thing is that I feel like he was more aggressive on this track than Pusha T was, where Pusha T was
Yeah.
more direct and etc. But that's my opinion. Maybe somebody has a different opinion than me. But yeah, like I said, Drake has done a lot of good in Canada, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, I don't hate Drake. I'm just not a fan of his music, to be honest with you. But he's done a lot of good. He is also the global ambassador of the Toronto Raptors. But
Yes. He's still on that?
I think he still is the global ambassador, but actually he is because he still has a say on the jerseys, which
Right.
I don't agree with the gold and black jerseys of the Toronto Raptors. So
That gives me, sorry, I just have to input my 2 cents here. DeMar DeRozan's from Compton, right?
yes,
I know he's also pretty close with Drake, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I'm like interested to see what side he's on, right?
I think he's on the home side.
You think so?
He's on his home side,
No.
like Compton. He's always
Yeah.
promoting his Compton 10. I
Yes.
actually kind of like that. I actually kind of like what he has on his brand Comp 10 because he has
Yeah.
Comp and then the
And
number,
10.
which is the dopest thing I have ever seen. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. But yeah, I think he will most likely cheer for the home team, which is
Interesting.
Lamar because he's Compton and
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan is Compton. Even though he probably say he has respect for Drake because he played in Toronto.
After all. Yeah.
He's
Good to know.
yeah, he most likely will probably root for the home team. Um, but yeah,
Yes.
Utopia was the diss track, and then I think Drake responded with five, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Family Matters? If I'm Family Matters, is it Family Matters?
I think it's Family Matters.
Family Matters, and then Kendrick responded with Meet the Grams, and then right now Kendrick is uh another Kendrick track which is playing in a lot of like clubs in the United States. Not Like Us, which I feel like it's a pretty good song,
Yeah.
club song if you want to play it. Because like people were saying and telling him that his song does not play in the club. So what he did was like he dropped a diss record uh with Mustard on the beat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he he dropped a diss record that sounds like a club song.
Okay. Not
Like
like us, right?
yeah, yeah, sounds like
Yeah.
a club song. Pretty good record. I think
I
it's
like the beat.
yeah,
Not gonna lie.
yeah. I think
I
it's
must
something.
have read that track. Sorry.
No, you're good. I think it's something something 50 or would make if
Yeah. Interesting.
yeah this record. But yeah, as of now, the Heart Part 6 with Drake, he just released that as we're speaking,
Yeah.
and I haven't listened to it yet. When I finish this episode, I'm gonna listen to it, and
Yes.
perhaps this will be a part one of this episode, and we'll have a couple invites for other people to share their opinions on this rap battle between Drake and
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar. So yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wow. It's gonna be a. How long do you think this is gonna last?
No, I don't know.
I
I really don't know how long this is gonna last. I think this is oof, two gu-
I
two
like
guys who are
go ahead.
two guys who are very competitive. Very-
Yeah. And I'm very like interested to see the time. Like when like right now I feel like Kendrick's probably in the studio all day having like six disc records to just send out at the right time, one by one. But how like will tonight be a night where they're both at it back and forth because I need something to entertain my 12-hour shift. However, um I liked how he posted on his Instagram about what did he say? Okay, so the Hearts Part 6 out now, and we know you're dropping 6 minutes after. So instead posting my address, you have a lot to address, is what Drake
Mhm.
said in his captions on Instagram.
Wow.
So Twitter fingers. I
Wow.
don't know.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know how long this is gonna last, but it's been, in my opinion, fun. There's a lot of people who are sick and
Yeah.
tired of it because, like, it's just like, why are you making diss records? You should be making good music. But you got two guys that just wants to be number one so badly.
Yeah.
They're sick and tired of just seeing themselves like, oh, one good one good track, topping the billboards number one, and then another track topping the billboards number one as you're making good music. So basically they had to go at it to see, who's truly number one. And I look at this like
Yeah.
in a metaphorically way, like, boxing, right? So,
Yeah.
there two people just boxing it out, and or playing basketball one on one. That's how I see.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. So like, yeah, it's
I
just
don't know
two.
how dirty they're gonna get.
Oh well, well, people are saying that they're talking about their families. So it's a little personal, but that's what rap battles is. People gotta
That's
realize,
what it's gonna get personal. Like
yeah,
look what happened to Megan. That's gonna get personal.
yeah, like
Regardless, yeah.
Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, yeah, the rap, her raps got personal with her, right?
Yeah,
So, what makes you think a Kendrick versus Drake is not going to get personal? So,
exactly.
and that goes on with every rap battle. You look at Nas and Jay Z. That got a little personal as well. A little personal as
Yes.
well. 50 versus Ja Rule got personal. Yeah,
But that got funny. I think anything that like I don't
yeah,
know.
it got fun. Even though like the Nas and Jay Z, they ended their beef like years later.
Yeah.
They're cool. What makes you think that Drake and Kendrick could do that in the near future as well? So this is just two guys being competitive. I don't think they're gonna, guns are gonna come out of nowhere and just, bop bop
Yeah.
bop bop bop. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. These are two. Well, I'm not gonna say Kendrick's a suburban guy, but he does come from Compton. Like Compton is a dangerous area. Um,
Yeah.
so, and then Drake comes from a dangerous area. I know people are saying that, Toronto, you guys are nice people. You're Canadians. I'm like, yeah, but there's some dangerous places in Toronto. Scarborough
Yeah.
is a dangerous place. If
No, it's not.
really, really, you don't think
It's not.
Scarborough's
Are you
dangerous?
out of your mind?
You don't think Scarborough's a dangerous?
No, no. We're far from that. I don't. Okay, we're gonna have like one time, one or two incidents here. Okay, as of lately, I'm not gonna lie, it's been crazy. But I want to say throughout my high school life, the elementary life, like you would hear the one-off situations, but how often are you gonna hear how often are you gonna hear a shooting in Scarborough versus a shooting on Driftwood in the Jane and Finch area? Yeah, you're gonna talk about Morningside and Kingston having its issues. You're gonna talk about Malvern having their issues, but how often do you hear Jane and Finch on CP24? I kid you not, you hear them more times.
I always hear that Jaden Finch, Jaden Finch, Jaden Finch. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, crazy.
You
Uh,
can't tell me a hot I mean, yes, you can, but you can't tell me a hot intersection in Scarborough that is always in the news compared to Jane and Finch. Don't get me wrong, like Jane and Finch living there right now for the past 8 years.
mm,
Um, I it's hardworking people. It's low. It's hardworking people, low income families, just struggling to make it day by day.
mm,
It's wonderful area. People are supportive. The communities are great, whatever. But um, unfortunately, it's a dangerous neighborhood at the same time, right?
yeah, yeah,
So yeah.
yeah.
Therefore, I rest my case. Scarborough is not a hot area. Maybe
It's
Regent Park, you know,
okay.
not my Scarborough.
It's the suburbs. It's suburbs.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to do a sequel to this episode, with other two, like, other people's opinion. So like, but this ends this episode. So this ends this episode of Next Tape Podcast. The Next Tape Podcast is available now on all podcast platforms. We also have a website called solo.to/Next Tape Podcast. And we're available on TikTok, Facebook. That's basically it in terms of our social media. And for our contact email us at mikeltanika@gmail.com. I'd like to give a shout out to Tanika for everything. So
Yeah, shout out to Mika.
yeah, shout out to Tanika. So hopefully she listens to this and she enjoys the episode. Yeah. So this has been a fun episode.
Yeah, very informative. I will definitely re-listen to some of these tracks fully and not just snippets.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on between the two. So perhaps within the next couple days, so probably most likely be more tracks, and then we'll get other people's opinion on it, and and then we'll just talk about it on another episode. So this is going to be part 1 of the Drake versus and yeah. So I am Mikel, and
Ramona.
we are out until another time. Peace, guys.
Yes. Take care.